where they live, actually, they live basically in tundra, like north of Asia, Scandinavian country, and North America, Canada, and so on. So that's what you have. Basically, also they have the fur they vary from black to clear gray. Both of them, male and female, they have antlers. Okay. Then usually the other animals, female, they don't have antlers. This is few description here. Where do they live? Because I told you, basically in the tundra environment. Here is the north of Russia, Scandinavian country, Canada, Turkey, and Alaska on the left side. Good. So what is the tundra? This is the tundra over there. Tundra is biome. It's huge biome that occupies something 20% of Earth. Okay, it's huge. It's huge. The temperature it's very cold over there. It's very cold. Thank you for coming. It's very cold. In the winter, the temperature for degrees Celsius is something -34. And in the summer, it goes little bit nice. Here it goes at 3 to 12 degrees Celsius. Organism, I didn't mention over here, they have what it's called permafrost, permanently frozen soil. And the root, they have hard. The root of the plants, they have hard to go down, of course, to explore the soil. This is the plant we have over there. Basically, what are the vegetation? We call them vegetation because, as you can see, people who knows more, the lichen, they are not plants. They are association between plants and, I'm sorry, it's not plant. The primitive plants with a fungi. Okay, the association. Okay, the animals that are living there, you have all these herbivorous mammals, lemming, vole, caribou, and so on. The hare, squirrel. Carnivorous mammal. Carnivorous means eating meat. Carni means vorous, eating meat. You have the fox, wolves, polar bears, as well as you have insects, you can see that fish. And that's what we have over there. So, if you notice, just as introduction over here, you know, as organisms, they depend on each other. You know, they depends on other organisms to eat them as well. You know, about fish, as well as insects. Also they depend on the plants. Birds, they depend on insects, as we know. Okay, what does caribou eat? Caribou eat mainly lichen or lichen or lichen, pronounce it the way you want. It's written this way, lichen or lichen. Okay, lichen is the association of a photosynthetic organism plus a fungi. Fungi is not photosynthetic organism, it's not producer, it's heterotroph. He eats anything around, but it doesn't produce his food. Plants, they associated with, basically they are mostly with the algae and some mosses. Then they make association. One is helping in each other. They are what it's called mutualistic association. So what else they eat? They eat also leaves of willow, birch, sedge, and grass. Sedge are kind of grass. Okay, I'll give you a picture of those. And also they like mushroom. Mushroom in the early fall or late summer. Okay, when they start producing mushroom, you can guess, you know, mushroom, they get produced basically naturally around the fall. Okay, sorry for that picture, it doesn't appear in the board, but normally it would appear very, very clearly if we have something that is not dark behind. This is the, actually it's showing the tundra in the summertime. All these plants around behind here, they are really, really beautiful plants. And of course, the reindeers or caribou feeding on them. Here, sorry for this picture again, it doesn't show, we want to show what is lichen. Okay, lichen or lichen. Okay, but you see it better here.
That's true.
Okay, you see, you have seen that, but when we talk about them, we get more or less lost. Okay, this is, of course, you can see them like this on the root of the tree, or you may see them on the rocks. Okay, like here. And of course, you can slide on them. You can see them everywhere. Okay, it's all kind. All kind. The one is feeding on a little bit from those, but mostly he has another one. Is this one, reindeer moss. Okay, they grow over there. Okay? This is the one basically is feeding on. Okay, the reproduction cycle of the caribou, a little bit just about that. As I told you, they mate around September to November. Okay, and the male, of course, battle for the female between the male. Usually the male who has the beard and the one is pushing further the other one, he will be the dominant. He mates more or less with 15 to 20 female. Okay, and the calves, of course, this male, as you can see, he lost a lot of energy, lost a lot of resources after mating. Of course, with 15 to 20 female. They got really lost a lot of energy. So consequently, I tell you why the reason. So then the delivery, the calves, they get born around May to June, something like that, okay? Now, as soon as they get born, of course, they get the milk from their mom. A little bit later, they can graze by themselves. They run. Actually, when they get born, they start running very, very quick. Okay, and they run very quick. Actually, the reindeers, they are very speedy. They speed something like 80 kilometers an hour. You see that? It's like almost like the speed limit in the highway here. You see what I mean? You get the picture. So then, basically, they live, the reindeers, they live 8 to 10 years. This is for female, but the male lives 2 years less, due to, we can guess. Okay, here is the female laying down the little one, which is, you see this dark fur? It turned into the gray like that, white gray, actually, with the growth. Okay, there is another little one feeding on his mom, okay, and they run, they jump, okay, mostly at that time, kind of summer for them. So, why caribou is important? Why caribou is important? Caribou is important as source of food, as source of meat. It's important for many things, mostly as source of food, as a source of meat which is quite tasty. Okay? But the most important is lean. Since it's jumping, running around, it's not like a stable yard where we grow beef. The beef, basically, they have too much fat. This one is lean, it's very healthy. Of course, we don't use it too much. Who use the meat? Basically, who use the meat? There are Eskimos, or many people living in Scandinavian countries, like Sweden. And those, they use it, and they eat it, of course, in many ways. Okay, there are many recipes they use. They use cloth, of course, the fur as cloth, for clothing, and as aphrodisiac too. They use this as a grinding. I didn't know that. We learned. I didn't know that they, as much as other one, they grind it. Of course, it's used as aphrodisiac.
Is it effective?
I didn't try it.
For the caribou.
I think many traditionally people use many things which are just assumptions.
I think probably it will be effective. Otherwise, you won't be having hard time to get those and to grind them and so on. Probably that. And also for transportation. You can guess for transportation. This is, for example, bad picture, you may think. But of course they hunt them. They hunt them for food. As you can see, she's very happy. And they hunt them for this antler to grind, and for the meat as well. Okay? But transportation, you know, it's for the what we have in Christmas time. But they use it really for transportation too. Now we don't go to switch for Santa Claus. Of course, there is other story about Santa Claus for that. Good. Then how does the climate actually affect the caribou? Answer through global warming. What causes global warming is greenhouse effect. First, what is greenhouse? Everybody knows what is greenhouse? Many people, actually, the reason I ask that, many people, they think it's house that is green. Which is not, actually. It's house, it's kind of built up house, made either by plastic or glass. They could be